I am grateful for COVID-19, not for the elderly or for those with low immunity. Hell, my mom is in the same category. Maybe I manifested this in my prayers every night, a change for Mother Earth in a global sight. Thank you, COVID-19, for giving Mother Nature a chance to breathe. A much-needed pause from damaged human existence has caused she hasn't been able to gasp for centuries, only sweating, burning, and coughing, like the symptoms of a fever, simply dying. Corona is just her responding. I noticed the change in the air, the smog everywhere I thought would never clear has disappeared. The evidence is right here. In just a few days of transport stopping, in Venice canals, dolphins returning, parades of animals rejoicing. Streets empty from noise pollution, waters serene as they're meant to be in just a week. Yes, this is a new revolution for all other living beings. I don't know why, but the sun rays feel a little different to me. I listen as if the trees speak to me. Their breath is more fresh, commotion is less, places not deserted but clean of human pests. Don't get me wrong, I do think of people barely on the line, waiting for the next paycheck in order to survive, but thanks to the scare Corona has brought about, true character of human behavior is called right out, hogging useless items from stores to protect individually, groceries having to limit buyers used to endless availability, even when the wealth to go around is plenty. It's not distributed evenly. Where has all this mindfulness and love talk gone? I mean, imagine those who have their actual freedom taken away every day. This is just a first world quarantine with all the modern luxuries. You see, we could not ask for a more universal necessity, a command to action treating everyone equally, and us mighty ones thinking we are separate and superior. Evolved conquerors, much stronger and invented hierarchical structure, fail to understand the very basics of nature. We are made up of earth, water, air, fire, ether. But these elements aren't even considered living entities, abused like inanimate objects, when even ancient texts acknowledge that within infinite organisms lie multiple universes. We have literally been shut off by a cell so small. This is a call to awaken from material slumber, to notice our place, our connection with Mother Nature, to our families chosen in blood, and to our conscience buried in the mud. This is not a coincidence. We need to identify the patterns of overuse and negligence. Earth doesn't need us to survive. We need it. Without humans, Earth would thrive beyond its limits. Therefore, we are the ultimate virus. Let that sink in for a second. I'd be a warrior for nature only, not for the greed of humanity, not for indifference or selfishness. No, we did not conceive this all in one generation. Ways of life once eliminated as savage and primitive are now sold back to society as the ancient natural way of being. Our governing bodies and industries protecting their status quo, making sure we don't go, challenge their authority. We live by these systems without questioning them, whether out of habit, convenience, ease, or tradition, influence of Western imperialism or colonial oppression. And they win. By deluding us into powerlessness, we fund our own destruction. They profit off of our ignorance, painting an illusion, pointing fingers everywhere else. However, this is not just a blame game towards constructs set up. Our individual actions are part of the ruckus, so we have to take responsibility. Ultimately, do our values lie with the very things that give us life? It is sad that fear has such a quick impact when the truth isn't treated with the same response to act. Many want to make change, but don't know how. Thanks to this overdue quarantine, we have the time now to learn, to research, to unveil the ugly truth from industrial makeup meant to comfort and distract us. We have the time now to ignite curiosity, to educate ourselves properly. You see, thinking it doesn't affect me allows it to grow exponentially. Let's talk about flattening the curve in regards to global warming. For once we resume to the normal ways of living, what matters is how we lead this mentality in our everyday doing. Rise from collective numbness and act our priorities straight. Because making change for the environment is our duty, not a choice to make.